still in canon with the Nocturnal, and now I should be afraid because Pennywise is going to come get me after what I said.
Exactly.
How are you two doing now?
Fantastic. Grateful to be here.
Yeah.
I am too, to be honest, because it's cold outside now.
I know. Talk about fear. Cold. New York cold. That would be my greatest fear.
New York cold is no joke, but that's a story for a different day because we have the It TV show coming out, and I'm quite happy to know that more characters are being explored other than just Pennywise. So did you two have the same feeling when it came to joining the show?
I think the best part about this being a TV show, it has more room to develop characters. So just being a part of this show, we knew we were going to be taken care of, but then to know we had so many hours to explore the world, to explore the characters,
right.
It was even more exciting because we have the opportunity to play a deeper truth, a more rounded truth than someone who's in the film for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, even, I mean, when you think about the first two movies, I mean, they go on a journey, but you have a younger version playing them and then an older version.
Oh!
Yes.
So, right. Versus we actually get to go on a journey.
Yeah.
For episodes.
Bro, I didn't even think about that.
Which is huge.
What are some of the most standout episodes for you two personally when it comes
1 through
to
5.
acting? Oh, go ahead.
No, I said 1 through 5. The ones you probably saw. No, sure.
That stand out for me, I actually don't know the episode order anymore. But I'd say any time I got to work with Jovan, it was high stakes or incredibly vulnerable. So that's kind of like what I prefer to do. Like I love busting open my heart and showing it to the world for the sake of a character and a story. But then on the other end, doing these giant set pieces and these huge sets for the little kid in me that's been wanting to do this forever. My mind is blown at the conscious effort and the energy put into making this thing manifest. It's big.
Yeah. I don't really have favorites. I kind of like it all.
I like it all.
Yeah, I like it all.
It's like naming your favorite kid. You better know.
I like it all.
I mean, I only have one kid.
Which one's your favorite?
My one and only. You mentioned about just now that this is something you want to do since a kid. So were you always into the horror genre?
I've been my family, talk about trauma. My family, we would go to horror movies on Thanksgiving and Christmas since I was a kid. And I remember my favorite thing, I haven't talked about this. I remember when we saw one of them Jason joints, and this is back when they were so scary because it was so raw. And so like, gore hadn't been made, so you see somebody get stabbed, it just felt crazy. Like we weren't so exposed to this stuff. But I remember in that movie, they show boobs, breasts. And my mom covers my eyes for the boobs, but for the stabbings, she's like, enjoy yourself. So yeah,
That
we've been
funny.
watching horror a long time.
Yeah. I always watch scary movies with my sister. She's 6 years older, so I would find myself like starting like there and then ending up like here. But she's an older sister, so she really don't like people so much. She'll be like, get away from me. But like Poltergeist and remember Poltergeist?
Yes, I do.
Sheesh.
Bro, that's one of the scariest
Yeah,
movies still.
Freddy Krueger, but the nursery rhyme. I mean, I grew up watching horror. I can't say it was my favorite thing, but it was definitely something we watched and something I watched with people.
That first Nightmare on Elm Street was proper scary.
Oh man,
Proper scary.
Oof.
That's
With
before
that-
gibbicks, before like, when they were telling like a
because it was acting. Like you had to be a great actor to be able to pull that off.
And both of you are also going to pull this off on this TV show.
Uh-oh. Okay, way to
Hey,
connect
now,
it.
let's go.
Way to connect
Let's
it,
go.
baby.
Let's go.
Journalism.
You can tell it's his last one. He's like,
Yeah.
let me go so I can get out of here.
Now, since y'all joined the show, you got to work with a lot of great cast members and also directors and the script writers. So how's the experience been for the both of you for this season?
Incredible.
No, I loved it.
Yeah, I think everybody came into this with great intention, with great purpose, with great drive. And so the whole thing has been familial, it's been collaborative, it's been surprising. I was surprised at how much freedom I had to create.
Absolutely.
Like, so having Andy and Barbara kind of trust you with a baby that they've been entrusted with is really like sweet.
Absolutely. And it's one of those things where everything you work on, the creatives always believe it's going to become successful. and you realize that everything you work on doesn't. So no, right? You just
Look
because
at
you don't
my
have
resume.
you can be incredible, but you don't control how things are put together, and you can't control what an audience thinks.
Yeah.
But to know that we're a part of something that has been proven by Andy and Barbara in terms of the films. I mean, they have hit films, is a luxury and allowed all of us, I do believe, to be able to go even further because we knew we were safe. We knew that they already had a vision and we could trust and lean on that vision.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And it goes back to the creative freedom you mentioned earlier because we haven't had a prequel to the It franchise up until now. So was that a challenge for the both of you coming into this project?
I love genre work because I think it's important to know our history as humans, but even more importantly as Black Americans, it's important to know and tell these stories before they get disappeared. And so anytime I can play in any time period, I mean, I would really like to be in 2025 at some point. You know what I mean? Because it's Perry Mason before this, 12 Years a Slave. It's like, you know, I've played every pained Negro that there is. But there's something that's, I really do think, because people used to say, Chris, you play a lot of thugs when I first started. And I said, but I love thugs. Like, I got thugs in my family. So I'd rather me play these things than someone who does not respect these people. So I love going back in time and playing these cats.
Absolutely. And we come from there.
It's our people.
Yeah.
It's my homies.
Yeah.
And being that the show takes place in the 1960s, was there some things that you were surprised to see on the set that were very authentic to that time?
You know, I will say this. I had, when I first, in the first episode when Hank's at his house, I had the opportunity to be able to help mold that because of how I grew up and like the Black family and, you know, like, you know, on the Black family, you got, you know, a lot of times you got a little Jesus, a little cross here, and ba. And so, like, those types of things were so important to have in the household because I didn't want people that grew up like us to look at it and be like, well, that ain't true. That don't look right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't pass the smell test. And so it was our jobs as Black folk to make sure that we could bring authenticity, not just in our roles, but to the sets, right? In every way that we could to make sure that it didn't smell like BS.
Yeah.
And pass the airport test.
Absolutely.
Would you like to answer that?
What was the question?
About the fact that the show's in the 1960s,
Yep.
how authentic it is.
Exactly, like the richness of it.
Yes.
What about that?
Like in terms of like what Black folk, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything else to add.
Yeah.
Why not ask all those questions?
Well, let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a
Yeah,
question?
sure.
Did you feel like it was authentic?
I believe so when I went back and watched it. Because my mom and dad was born in the 60s, and they used to have a lot of things in their house that look exactly like what I saw on the show.
See?
Okay. I think Dick didn't really have a personal space
Yeah.
besides his barracks. So I feel like every place that Dick walks into is new in a sense. And every home he is trying to create is invaded by, if not the monster, terrifying white people.
Yeah.
So there's this displacement that happens that is very, like, it's real.
Yeah,
like, Black
absolutely.
people it's like gentrification.
Thank you so much for your time.
Brother.
No problem.
Have a good one.
Hope you all enjoy the rest of your day today.